coming after me. Y'all favorite came after me. My fans up and them bands up, bring my fam up. The mentality, these niggas be faking. The mentality, these niggas be hating. The mentality.
Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL. We're back with another Mobile Legends video, man. And y'all told me to react to Bluepanda's latest video. Basically, he said Bluepanda versus the best top-ranked players in Mobile Legends. So we're going to be taking a look at this. From what I hear, it's supposed to be hilarious. So I want to see what's going on. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. We had a serious topic last video, so let's get into it. Make sure you drop that thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. All that good stuff. Let's see what's up here.
What's up, people, and welcome to this video, guys.
I'm here, baby. Thanks for welcoming me. Thank you.
I have a very special video for you guys out there. This is gonna be fun to make, especially for all the haters out there. I haven't really made a video like this before, but I feel like it's time to do it.
Oh.
So if someone is asking questions
For the
that
haters.
I'm saying, they don't really understand what I'm saying, I would really appreciate if you try to help them, okay? Because there's always a lot of people who like maybe didn't get the part which I'm saying. Like, just like help them understand, okay?
Big facts.
And if you're wondering, someone just ask that down below. Maybe someone else did like catch that up. But anyway, what I'm gonna be doing in this video, guys, I'm gonna be showing my stats, and I'm gonna compare that to other people in the game. Well, basically the top players in the game, okay? So I have a few haters.
Go compare his stats to top players.
A lot of haters which think that I'm a bad player. They're always commenting, oh, Bluepanda, he's a bad player. Oh, Bluepanda sucks. Oh, Bluepanda always plays against bots, and so on and so on. And I haven't really had a problem with people saying that. I know after a while when you just read that over and over again, it definitely gets to you. You feel bad over time. So I thought I will go ahead and address this in this video. But the only thing I have thought every time I read that, every time I have read a comment like that, I just thought to myself, it doesn't matter what this guy thinks, as long as I know that I'm not a bad player, that I'm actually a good player, and it's not nothing like bad about being a bad player. You can
So
be
he's a
bad
good
player.
player.
Very, very happy, but when you know it's a lie, it gets to you, okay? And I know that I'm a good player, so I'm gonna be showing you that in this video, guys. And while people have always like commented, oh, Bluepanda only plays against bots, which is just it's the most stupid thing I've ever heard. It's why people are saying that.
This video kind of long, man.
Like,
what are you
used
talking
to
about?
only upload gameplay when I played against bots, and now my skins and new heroes on the advanced able to show off this skin or bots to go ahead and prove show the
So he's explaining why he was playing against bots.
Okay? Because the advanced server is only custom games as well. I uploaded a lot of gameplay on my channel. You can definitely gonna find it on my channel. You just scroll for a while, you'll definitely gonna find some gameplay. I have uploaded a lot of gameplay, so true fans of Bluepanda, they know that I'm not a bad player, okay? So basically what I'm gonna be doing in this video, guys, is that I'm gonna be showing you my stats and compare that to the leaderboard, as I told you before. And there's a few people out there, which I feel like they are just brain dead or something like that. People say stats are irrelevant. That's the most irrelevant thing I've ever heard. Stats in Mobile Legends or in any matter proves like how good you are, how you play, what you do in the
I'm gonna stop you there. Okay. What is he talking about right now? I'm really not. He just say stats mean something and stats prove everything. I don't get it. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where this video is going, but I don't feel like I like where this is going. Why y'all do this to me? Because I ain't trying to roast. I'm not trying to roast. I'm really trying to hear this out. Like, what's happening right now? Let's see.
Like, how can you deny that? Stats shows your KDA, how much you die, how many kills you get, and your assists, okay? And there
shows your KDA, how much you die, your assist, and all of that, but it doesn't tell the story behind how that happened. So if you get a bunch of kills simply camping behind two people carrying you, so if you're a marksman and you're camping behind two people carrying you the whole game, like you got a Chow and a Cyclops who imprisoning people and you just last hit everybody, your stat sheet don't say that. But if you got a team working with you to make you look good, like you don't have to be good to not die. And if you have let's say you have a tank and a support with you. If you have a tank and a support and you three go in one lane, it's very hard. It'll be very hard for someone to kill you, so you can easily survive a long time. Like basically, stats don't tell the whole story. So that's why stats mean nothing in Mobile Legends. And then you have so many AFKs. You like it's different levels that people play against. So let's say you have some crazy stats and you compare it to one of the top players in the world, but their stats are playing against people with 1,000 mythic stars and stuff like that, while your stats is probably against people who probably don't even have 100 mythic stars. So it's just different tiers and different levels and stuff like that. So that's why stats mean very, very little in Mobile Legends, because it does not tell the full story. But yeah, let's continue.
You can go to see how like the proof is there. Like it's just so stupid in my mind to say that stats are irrelevant, because that's the most relevant thing you have in the game. Even if you lose a game, even if your team is
I think the most relevant thing in the game is common sense. Like that's all you need. Like, cause basically, when you look at a gameplay, like people say, oh, you're playing against lower levels and stuff like that. Like they'll say you're an epic. They'll say, like, no matter what they say, whether you're an epic, whether you're in warrior, there are very distinct ways a top player plays. A very good player plays. You'll notice how they position. You'll notice when they farm. You'll notice how they rotate. The decisions they make in that game, you can tell if a warrior is better than mythics. Like, all it takes is the style of how they play. You can tell by the way they move, the decisions they make, and the things that they do, if they have the game knowledge to be mythic. And that's how you can, like, if you come across somebody who's a Smurf account, you can probably tell that it's a Smurf account simply off of how they play, because they're going to play completely different from everyone else that looks similar to them, that has a similar rank to them. So yeah, it really has very little to do with stats, and more so to, like, you can tell a person's skill by how they play, because a lot of people can't rotate, a lot of people can't stay alive and stuff like that. But anyway, let's go.
extremely bad, you should still perform good, okay? Even if your teammates just completely sucks and dies over and over again, you should still have good stats, okay? It's fact.
How can you have good stats if your teammates completely suck? You should be able to, like, so you should be able to still do good. So if, let's say, your team feeds an enemy assassin 10 kills within, like, the first few, like, within the first minute or two of the game, they feed the enemy team's assassin 10 kills. You should still be able to have good stats against that. All he gonna have to do is hit you once and you're dead. Like, that's why the whole stats thing is just, it's the stats argument is just not working. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The stats argument is just not working.
Fact, okay? Even if you're losing game, you can still lose without dying a single time. You can still lose with still getting high amounts of kills.
If you lose without dying a single time, the best way to do that is to not help your team, not support your team, not rotate at all, and never risk your life whatsoever. So that means not even try to keep your teammate alive. If you're doing that, you'll have good stats and you'll be a terrible teammate. So that, like, this goes back to stats not telling the full story. So I don't know, man.
Okay, you can do that. Okay, so anyone who's trying to deny that, they're stupid. 100% sure. Stats are the most relevant thing in Mobile Legends. So let's go over here. I'm gonna be showing you my stats right here.
Hold on, let's take a look at this.
Here, I'm gonna be.
So highest rank, mythic 5 stars. I mean, at this point, you might as well just be an epic with me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Mythic 5 stars. I mean, really, that's not too high. Like, I play against mythics with like 100 stars and up, and I'm an epic. I've been playing with and it's proof. It's proof. Like, almost every game I play against mythics and legends. So it's like, I don't know. It's not
showing you.
It's not anything crazy.
Stats right here. So here we have.
But let's see your stats.
I have.
And by the way, Bluepanda plays with a team. He plays with people. He's not a solo player or anything. So, and he does play with good players. One of their friends, like some of the people that he played with is friends with other people in the community and stuff like that. So they're known. The people he played with is actually known. But
about 1,650 games played, and as you guys know, I have been taking a small break from
1.6k games played.
But that's still irrelevant because these are still my stats. So you can see
78% win rate. The reason stats mean nothing is because all of these games you could have easily got carried the whole time. So
78% winner. I was trying to get that 80%, but never really got there. I think I had 80% in the beginning, but then dropped down to 78% and been stuck there for a while. But the most, like, legendaries, savages, and like whatever, we're not gonna pay attention to that. The only thing we're gonna be paying attention to is this hexagon right here and the details. So if you click on details right here, you can see your KDI, your team fight, your gold per minute, your damage to heroes per minute, your death per match.
Okay, let's take a look at this. KDA, team fight, gold per minute, damage to heroes per minute, and deaths per match, and damage to buildings. All of these say very little because it does not tell the story behind how this happened. Your KDA, if you're getting kills just by stealing kills every game, you could be the best kill stealer in Mobile Legends. So you could get a lot of kills. When it goes down to deaths per match, you might not be dying a lot because you might not be helping your team. When it comes down to gold per minute, I mean, that varies. Like, you could be going against people who aren't ganking. You could be going against people who aren't really that good. Or the last time you played Mobile Legends, the meta could have been completely different and you were just using an overpowered hero at the time. That, like, it just tells no story.
And generally, and damage to buildings, generally, okay, when, like, you play a game. So, I'm gonna put all of my stats right here to the left, and we're gonna compare them to other people. So, we're gonna go in right here to leaderboard. And the number one player right here, okay, which has the most stars. So this is gonna be proving to you that, well, that I am not actually that bad of a player, and that these top players aren't that pro. They are not pros, okay? They.
He was just gonna say that they're not that good, and I got the ego. Hold on, so I got the. Ain't nothing gonna be said about this. I better see some hate in this comment. So if I would have said that, I'd be at 1,000 dislikes by now. Oh, you're better than everybody in Mobile Legends, VeLL. Really? So I would get hate for saying that. But he can say it.
Play a lot. That's
Come
what
on.
this mean. If they have a lot of star, well, basically almost every time means that they use play a lot. Doesn't really mean that they're good players. I mean, they're good players, but they're not like the best players. Okay, so let's go into.
They play a lot, and based on their stats, they probably would have to win a lot too. So just playing a lot isn't enough. It's a lot of people who play a lot and can't make it out of Grandmaster. Like, so playing a lot is not enough whatsoever.
Stats right here. Go to statistics. First of all, he's going to compare that to my hexagon right there. You can see that it's not bad. He has pretty good KDA from what we can see right here, and pretty good durability. Based
on this right here, and that's the thing, you can tell this guy's role based on this hexagon thing. Since this is what Bluepanda is going by, based on this, the first thing that I would notice is he doesn't farm very much. He doesn't do much damage. He's not the one pushing. He has his KDA is pretty decent. He's durable, and he team fights a lot. So these are the things that he focuses on, which probably means that he's some type of tank player. He's probably some type of support or some type of role that really does not require him to be too aggressive.
Not even close to mine though. So let's go to details. You can see his KDA is 5.5. Okay, I basically get one more kill than him every game, or die one less time.
And I like, one of you all go into the game and actually check what his role is. What hero does he use? Because, like I said, this don't tell the full story. If this is 6 and it looks like you use damage dealers and he uses a tank and his is almost the same thing, like you get one more kill than a tank user, I mean, that would kind of mean you're probably bad. So, I mean, just saying.
Time than him every game. So, yeah, I'm pretty much having a bit tired in that. Because in team fight, it's basically the same gold per minute. I have, I have basically 110 gold more every minute than what this dude has.
So he got more gold every minute than this guy has. Basically, all this means is that if this is a tank, you're supposed to have more gold than a tank because a tank should not be last hitting anything. So if the tank is doing his job and supporting his team properly, you would always have more gold than him. Let's see. So basically, he's just comparing these stats. So let's take a look at this. Hero per minute. I mean, damage to hero per minute. A tank wouldn't be doing as much damage as a damage dealer, so he has almost double this guy's damage to heroes, but he's supposed to, because he's using a damage dealer, clearly. Deaths per match, they're around the same. But what's crazy is this guy's job is to, if he's a tank player, which I'm suspecting he is, his job is to take to die for his team, to really support and damage. So that means he survives a lot. Even though he's doing this job for his team, he survives a lot too. So this actually says a lot about this player, that his stats is very similar to yours, and he looks like a tank player. And then the damage to buildings, obviously he wouldn't have the same damage to buildings, because it's like, what tank is hitting a building?
1,500, I have almost 3,000, so I have doubled his damage to heroes per game. Death.
And also look at this. look at Bluepanda's variety with this right here. That means like your role is not clear. You don't clearly do anything well. You do a little bit of everything, which means you're probably not playing against the highest level of players anyway. So and this is not to bash. I'm just pointing out how stats don't tell the full story. Like this is a large variety of doing stuff. So it looks like you're not consistently like this is your role, this is what you do, and this is what you're the best at.
Per match,
which is important in Mobile Legends, but
very low death per match in my opinion.
Let's see.
Almost like 2.5. I have the second guy right there, so we're just gonna go check out his statistics.
So he going to the second guy. I mean, at this point, this is
55%.
I suspect that all of damage to buildings, 3 deaths, not many kills. Looks like another tank player, honestly. Tell me if these guys play tanks, bro. Like that's what I need to look. I'm gonna look it up after this video, but I don't feel like looking it up right now. But it looks like you're comparing your stats to all tank players, homie. And yeah, that probably isn't the best comparison. And that's why the stats don't tell the full story. If these guys' job is not to be dealing damage, you can't really tell like the full story from this. Basically, and honestly, I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say, basically, you better than Jess No Limits. This will make you better than Jess No Limits, Lemon, Aura, all the top players in the world. Basically, because I'm going to assume that these stats is going to be a lot higher than all of theirs as well. I'm going to assume that all of your stats is going to be higher than a lot of theirs as well. And also, you got to think about the fact that these guys have 5,000, 6,000 games played and stuff like that. Like only having 1,000 games played, it's not that much of a comparison. So honestly, this just really does not prove much of nothing at all. I think it looks like that's the basic gist of the video, just comparing. Yeah, look at this. He looked at somebody like tank, mage. These guys are not going to be pushing towers or nothing like that. They're mainly tank players and then supports. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It looks like this guy has some high kills. He has some high kills, some damage to towers, and 90% win rate. Like who is this guy?
It's me. Actually, someone. No, okay. It's okay. Check this guy out before.
Ice. His name is Ice.
On this top list have good stats. I think I've checked this guy out before. Yeah, here we have.
So it looks like he's actually a damage dealer. Look at this. Look at how much he pushes. Look at his kills. He's actually a damage dealer. He has a high win rate. He has a crazy amount of stars. Like this is reasonable, but also his games is probably so much higher than yours that it's a lot more impressive that he has similar stats to you, because it's less impressive if you've played only a few games. Like my stats are high right now on my new account, but all my stats are higher than yours on my new account, but I played like 200 games, so it's not really that impressive. But yeah, man, that was pretty much it, man. I just wanted to take a look at this video and see what this actually was. But stats are very, very important, man. Stats are very important. This is why it's important to actually look at gameplay and know how to judge skill in Mobile Legends, man. Know how to judge skill, know what to look at, because it's all about the gameplay, how a player can play their role and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with a stat sheet, because a stat sheet never tells the full story. You never know the truth behind how someone plays looking at the stats. And that's why you can't look at someone's rank. You just, like, people see the mythic rank, or people see that someone is a pro and instantly assume that makes them good. It's a lot deeper than that. You can't just look at stats. You can't just look at rank. You can't just look at anything. Learn to criticize the gameplay. Look at the gameplay. Look at the decisions. Look at how they rotate. Look at their choices and try to understand why they're doing what they're doing. And that's how you can tell who a good player is. If someone's doing that in Warrior, a Warrior who plays at mythic level, like mythic level when it comes down to actually like knowing how to play well enough to actually be a mythic, you'll be able to tell. Even if it was a Warrior, you'd be able to tell by the decisions that they make. But that's pretty much it, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below about this topic. Make sure you drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, homies. Peace out, yo.
I'm on it. Can't fail for my family, I want it. So they'll never need hope or want it. A break, just something that I